Guys, this is fresh footage inside one of NIO's delivery centers. You can see absolutely packed, so many cars being delivered. They are selling like hotcakes, guys. Absolutely crazy. Look at how many cars there are. Absolutely insane. And this doesn't even include Envo. All right. And they're doing so many incentives right now. Sales are flying through the roof. And it is pretty much guaranteed that this month we will definitely surpass 20,000 deliveries, no problem at all. And with NIO on track to deliver 20,000 vehicles and Envo on track to deliver 5,000 vehicles, we could be looking at a new monthly record high deliveries of 25,000 deliveries. Absolutely nuts. And it's absolutely possible with the delivery center being so packed. And also take a look, NIO's insurance registrations 4,500 plus 4,700, 9,200 in just 2 weeks of time. And that indicates that we are pretty much already past 10,000 deliveries within the halfway mark just for NIO. And that means that we are on track for 20,000, no problem at all. And at the later weeks of the month, that's when sales really and deliveries really start to ramp up. So you're actually probably going to even see more than 20,000 deliveries for NIO brand. We could even see 23,000 deliveries for the NIO brand plus 5,000 Envo, 28,000 total. That's absolutely nuts. And let's not forget, they recently introduced a new subsidy on October 10th. So new orders from October 10th get up to 2,000 to 3,000 RMB of charging/battery swap subsidy. Combine that with the free battery swap voucher, that means you won't have to pay for charging or battery swapping in like 1 or 2 years. That's just absolutely nuts. So, of course, sales reps are using that as a tactic to tell customers that, hey, you buy a NIO right now, you don't have to pay for electricity or getting power in 1 or 2 years. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. And let's not forget NIO, with its excellent deliveries, monthly over 20,000 deliveries, has really cemented themselves as the default choice for a luxurious EV. So when you consider buying a luxurious EV here in China, NIO is the default choice. All right. And then there's everybody else. People think about NIO first. So that has really helped cement them and really helped push for more sales. And there are apparently also rumors here in China that NIO may soon do even heavier discounts, clearance level discounts, in order to boost sales further, to get those Q4 numbers to some extreme amount to impress shareholders. But of course, more importantly, because NT 3.0 is coming. NT 3.0 cars are coming. In Q1, you're going to have the ET9 come very soon. It's already approved, all right? Very soon, deliveries of the ET9. And also, during NIO Day this year, they are most likely going to launch 2 NT 3.0 SUVs and possibly another ET6 sedan. All right, so they're probably going to launch the ES8 NT 3.0 version, which has the clear motion suspension, which is the revolutionary suspension that can bounce. Or you can have the ES8 with dual chamber air suspension, okay? And then they're rumored to also have the ES7, which has a single chamber air suspension, and that's going to be just your typical 5-seater SUV. Whereas the ES8, you have 6-seater and 7-seater versions of the car. And then, of course, you have the ET6 sedan, rumored to be ET6. And that car will also have your single chamber air suspension. So that means next year, they're going to have 2 NT 3.0 third-gen SUVs, the ES8 and the ES7, and then they're going to have 2 NT 3.0 sedans, the super luxurious ET9 and the ET6. And of course, they are still going to continue to sell NT 2.0 products. So the current NT 2.0 NIOs will still be sold, and they're not phasing it out yet. They're still transitioning into NT 2.0 cars. So, but then, of course, the ET6 and the new ES7 and the new ES8 and the ET9 are all much more expensive. So people will still be leaning towards the NT 2.0, ES6, EC6, the ET5, ET5T. So these cars will still continue to sell well because they are relatively cheaper at around the 300,000 RMB mark, whereas those other cars are 500,000 RMB plus. So those are definitely much more expensive cars, more premium and very niche. Also, quite recently there was a ES8 that caught on fire. Now there's a good ending to this, all right? And it was reported on the news that it caught on fire. A lot of people were saying it was because of self-immolation, self-ignition, but actually it was because of some cigarettes and stuff. And it was actually a lighter and cigarettes, and it actually had nothing to do with NIO's own battery, okay? And in fact, when they took apart the battery pack, the battery was absolutely beautiful, absolutely perfect. There was no damage to the battery whatsoever, and the battery functioned normally, even despite going through that intense fire. So this is very, very nice in the fact that NIO hasn't had a apparent immolation problem, burning self-ignition problem since like 2019. Okay, there have been cases where a damaged battery pack from damage from underneath has caused the battery to give off warning signs, but of course with battery swap you're able to quickly swap it into the battery swap station. So NIO contacted a NIO owner, I think this was last year, that his battery pack got scratched and you better go swap it out. So they swapped it out, but before the NIO technicians were able to go and retrieve that battery pack from the station, that battery caught on fire because of external damage. But luckily, the swap station took the hit and not the passenger or not the NIO vehicle. So in that aspect, you're actually able to save, some lives by having battery swap. All right, absolutely incredible. And of course, going forward with all these great deliveries, NIO's deliveries will continue to go up, because let's not forget, you got the third brand, Firefly, also being launched on NIO Day, and that means that next year you're going to have three brands, NIO, Onvo, and Firefly, selling cars all at the same time. Numbers are going to be tremendous. You're going to see next level numbers. 30,000 is going to break next year. 40,000, 50,000 monthly deliveries will potentially break next year as well. So we are in for a very nice ride, guys. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.